Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments of the court and the opportunity to ask questions. In the case of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Jakub Krasniqi, on Thursday, 7th of September, the trial panel issued its seventh decision on victims' participation, admitting one new victim to participate in the proceedings. The victim will be included in the existing group of participating victims and shall be represented by the same victims' counsel. In its decision, the trial panel noted that the deadline for victims to apply to participate in the proceedings in this case was 15th of February 2023. However, the judges found that there was good cause to consider additional information and reassess a resubmitted application from a previously denied applicant. This brings the total number of participating victims in the case to 141. In the same case, 4 witnesses testified so far this week in the trial hearings. The 22nd witness called by the prosecution, Frederick Abrams from the international NGO Human Rights Watch, completed his testimony on Monday. Following the completion of Mr. Abrams' testimony, the prosecution called on Monday the next witness. The 23rd witness called by the prosecution was a protected witness whose testimony was conducted via video conference and mostly in private session. The testimony of another protected witness, the 24th witness called by the prosecution, commenced on Tuesday morning and continued on Wednesday. The witness is a Kosovo Albanian who was a member of the LDK party as well as a member of the KLA in 1998 and 1999. After this witness's testimony concluded on Wednesday, the 23rd witness called by the prosecution resumed his earlier testimony that had started on Monday by video conference. After this, on Wednesday afternoon, Douglas Young, a former UK Army officer serving in various international missions in Kosovo, began his testimony without protective measures. Mr. Young is the 25th witness called by the prosecution so far. The witnesses testifying this week were questioned by the prosecution and cross-examined by defense teams. In addition, the judges of the trial panel put questions to the witnesses. Last Friday, a public redacted version of an earlier decision of the trial panel from June of this year was issued. In the decision, the trial panel partially granted, with some conditions, a prosecution request to admit into evidence statements and records from a number of witnesses. This decision can be found on the KSC website. The next hearing in the Thaçi et al. Case is scheduled to take place on Monday, 25th of September, starting at 9 a.m. In the Pietrashala case, trial hearings scheduled for 18 and 19 September have been canceled. The next hearing in this case will take place on 20th of September, when the defense is scheduled to begin with the opening of its case.